I thought they're getting away from the tip after Amar left. Fire or fire.
The douche.
Words there as we see potentially first blood coming in from Fairy Fire. Flight coming through from against that first blood taking out 9. So blood and on the board first again here for OG. Something we saw in the first game, and you know, OG well, they had a tri lane. They were what seemed to be all right, but gave space over, and they might be able to get Saxa too. Coming over, Slight again. One more right click needed to get the kill. And it'll be Taiga on this Elder Titan to get the kill on Saxa as 33 aims the life of Misha. So it ends up, at least in that sense, being a trade those two. He grabs himself too, and OG grab as well.
BGM off to a great start. He's has his bottle on him. First blood money. Has a Civ money, has a 9 on a Tusk. Matchup, I think we're gonna see quite a bit more. We've decent amount of Tusk on mid, played in the Chinese team.
Denied.
What I've seen, they start with ball. They
Who said you could stroll in my
damage is pretty similar, but stun maybe you get another right click. A 9 is the one that kind of pioneered that Tusk on a mid lane. A lot of pressure on the top lane. Tri lane that OG is running. This is pretty similar to what gaming gladiators throughout the for one tour kind of stopped during with the tri lanes, with the aggressive tri lanes, and having Ace play safe lane mostly on the Tidehunter. So master these type of heroes.
Tri lane, I got them 6 kills the first games. If we could do the same here in again, Misha just stepping forward and putting pressure on Skitter and Snake King, making them feel a little bit uncomfortable while there's just farm the Drow of Yuragi. Right now,
Tucks out this game, he can have a relief. Whew. Man, this time around, I'm not playing against the tri lane. Last game, he was 0-5 and 0. A lot of damage on this Timbersaw. Back to armor level. Not as great.
Second that about do it, get you back to full if my math is correct, but all right, the math checked out.
Saxa kind of ruined it once.
Saxa and then back and forth. Saxa in like have to be up against the tri lane of the. It was rough life there for Saxa, but he ended up really putting up a big fight towards the end of that game, and he was well on that Rubik. Snake King again with the Bushwhack. Taiga in Acorn shot. They need 2 right clicks. Taiga gets the finishing blow, takes out Snake King. 3-1 for OG, and a little bit of repeated history here for OG as they continue to get kills in this top.
Skitter keeping bottom. He was sitting at the 1 CS fly on Ursa. Having a good game. Does counter decent amount of heroes on side of OG. Like, when it comes down to Drow Ranger against Ursa matchup, oh, mid lane.
They've got 9-3 here. This is an interesting move from Tundra, but it looks like it's going to work out. Snowball from 9. He'll get the kill, take out PCM, and
you definitely
wasn't expecting that.
Don't expect this to happen, because what 33 wanted to do is not see that he has a deep station available for the bottom lane if they decide to. So why not just get a kill if you're moving to the other side of the map?
And, why not just get a kill? I guess it would that way. Just fade over if we make a team try and go to a high lane at some point. Not with a lot of mana. Brambles down, so they're not really able to put on pressure to the Dark Will just yet. And how much does that kill help out? Like 9 gets helped by 33 to get a kill on a DM. How much is that?
he needed that little bit of extra XP. M was already like half a level ahead of him. He'd have that extra gold. Taiga, he out knows the fight is up down. Changing the lanes. Make sure that getting some middle of the pack. 10 CS right now. TM's gonna be afraid of the heroes throughout the whole game. Ursa and Timbersaw. I think there was a game in China where Tidehunter dies the Tusk at like 33, gets punched to death. Especially start to get levels, so tag team, you get an extra. Supposed to be tanky, they're definitely.
Don't give up, guys. Don't give up.
Gross amount of damage. Meanwhile, top lane 30 is up here, but they didn't make the rotation. They have TM making the swap with Yuragi. Yuragi's down back towards bottom, and Skiter, he's got a. I wonder what he's going to do there. Is side of his searing chains, and BZM now with a kill.
It's a solo kill. Taiga was there to make sure with Natural Spirit, but an uncharacteristic mistake there from Tusk. He did have 10 magic stick charges. I guess he relied on using the snowball, but that kind of ruins Tusk is the root mechanic. Can't use this.
Bit of a struggle there. Coming back to the lane, we'll settle down. Sitting at 27 CS to the 33 of BZM as bottom lane Bushwhack as well as a silence with Taiga making the rotation. The tri lane joins up again, and Saksa's gonna fall to Yuragi. It is again this tri lane just abusing Tundra, and the question I guess I have from game 1 coming into game 2 is, can they parlay that into more?
Radiant's
the
middle
lane,
tower
it went
is
all
under
right.
attack.
They left mid, they left safe lane when they were tri lane in the last game. Very open.
Time around, the Tundra does have also a hero that can easily rotate to the side lanes. Both supports also want to take a fight.
Dire's top tower
Top
is
lane
under
in some
attack.
trouble. Snake King, he's got him stunned up for the moment. Just one more right click needed. I'm on the run now, and maybe they'll look for the sweep, but they get Snake King with the final blow on DM. Barely is.
Back to bottom lane.
Musical lane.
It's level 4. You definitely love Broodmother to be slightly higher level, but the lane is pushed
Dire's
like
turret
some extra
has been
XP on the
killed.
bottom. Has mana boots.
Got his career. That killed team. Be on your merit.
The rune
Back
of
up here
illusion.
again, so the throws combine once. Killed
Dire's
them.
bottom tower
Ragi's
is
got
under
himself
attack.
another one, and this
One would get
pretty
you.
much a
The rest were just
copy-paste start for Yuragi laning phase to game number 1. Right clicks on a Skiter. He is just forced to
Never
go
refuse
all the way
good.
under the tower and not really have a response to it. It's all by himself. There's actually now 4 heroes here for OG top.
Quad lane. They want to kill Skitter. He's
Radiant
still
are
level 5.
scanning.
No points in enrage. If they decide to dive, Skitter's definitely dead here.
Remnant over Bushwhack lands, and now certainly another
Dire's
one
top
for
tower
Yuragi
is
on
under
the killing
attack.
spree
Radiant's middle
Tundra.
tower is under attack.
to find a way out of this chokehold top, because right now it is just kill after kill in that lane. 9, yeah, he's farming here mid, but is that enough? Is that the same as getting
Dire's
that
top tower
DK,
is under
that
attack.
farm?
He's getting levels a bit low on mana.
Radiant's
Rune
middle
spawning in
tower
5
is under
seconds.
attack.
See supports rotating. They want to secure a rune. Top arcane rune or Ember Spirit. Likely Saksa. So he's gonna drop.
chains and a Bushwhack pull in. Misha's got kill there as he's 1-1 in 6, involved in 7 of the 8 already. So 8 minutes into the game, OG
Don't give up, guys.
they
Don't give
lead.
up.
Questionable start here for Tundra. Back in their own favor as mid again, snowball to BZM. Searing chains, Taiga, stomp, sweep. Snake King with the frostbite out on a Taiga. 9 will right click away, but there's a lot of damage going on to the Snake King, and they'll get the kill there onto the Crystal Maiden. They end up trading Taiga. BCM retreat, throw remnants down, TP back to base, go back to full health, full mana. ready to go once again, and it's an early advantage for OG in the esportsbet.io odds. You know, they're favoring Tundra by a lot, so when you see OG in the lead, it's maybe something that the odds weren't expecting.
Not
Radiant's
expecting,
bottom
considering
tower is under
how well
attack.
they played the first TI, but also in game one they did manage to stabilize the lane. Like you can see OG making all the moves, they are getting the kills, but in terms of net worth, it's less than a 1k gold lead. Tundra still finding the good amount of farm on all of their heroes. The one hero that is kind of in the middle of the pack, but is known to be a lane dominator is this Timbersaw, because he did swap multiple times. He's gonna get it.
Right on the end of that TP. There too. I'm always impressed by 33's Broodmother. We're like, I used to see old 11.
Oh, you could have just said I'm always impressed by 33
yeah, you know what,
God, and you would not be wrong.
I'll end the sentence. Impressed by 30. Meanwhile, silence on a 9, and 9 is, well, okay. Snowball off. This might just extend the inevitable. That is death.
Almost.
BZM getting credit for that one. Saksa running away from BZM as well. They brute over and nearby, but nothing 33 to do, so he'll go back into the jungle and farm.
Side of OG, they are the ones controlling the power runes pretty much. 33 did pick up double damage, but not the most valuable one. Did not double damage on Tusk nor Ember Spirit. He took get it. This top lane, they have ward behind the tower. They also have catapult. Jiragi has been very active. Drow Ranger moved from lane to lane. He was just mid. He was bottom. He's top. Managed to kill Ursa as well.
Is under attack.
Expect potential rotations coming out from Tundra's member. Right now, they are
Radiant structures
mid lane.
are fortified.
Definitely a tough kill to get.
Searching inside the tree. Staying over. It ends up getting slept. 33 will make a rotation towards top and kind of halt this push that was coming in onto the tier 1
Usually
tower.
we see this move from Brood when she takes the tier 1 tower on the
Radiant's
bottom.
middle tower
And
is under
maybe
attack.
like join, or she wants to dominate the bottom part of the map. That he needs to help his team out.
Walrus Punch, Bedlam right on top of Mika. That is that single target damage that comes in for the Bedlam. Back when Dark Will was just released, damage was absolutely insane. So
Guys, don't give up.
900. They're still looking to get a return here on Saksa. Slight again from BDM. So a dominating spree for the Ember.
Just thinking about TPing out, but good stun coming out from Taiga. Make sure that they get this kill, and on a mid lane. Let's see what we get out of this.
Dire's middle tower is
Shards
under attack.
and ball back towards the tower. Survivability will be bottled up, immediately activated. Side of his Searing Chains on a Snake King. The rundown is there. ZM now mega kill streak. He is just stacking up the kills. And on the run is Misha.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And hit him again, solo target, and the Shadow Realm strike won't be enough to get the kill, but now they're going to focus their attention over on the Timber. So DM on the run, not because he wants to, but because he's here on the terrorize. Stomp on the 3, the sleep is there. Taiga doesn't exactly have the damage to get a kill on any of these heroes with DM retreating, but it is a save nonetheless on this Timber.
They needed
Radiant's
like
top
2-3 extra
tower
hits
is
coming
under
up from
attack.
Ursa. This Vanguard build on DM, keeping him alive. Punch.
For the sleep, but that's not going to happen. 9 credit for that one, and help there again from the Dark Will.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
One big issue for Tundra is going to be BZM on this Ember Spirit is
Dire's
getting
middle
out of
tower
control.
has been
He's the
denied.
one who can go to the Broodmother's lane with
Radiant's
the Maelstrom
bottom
about to
tower
be
is under
finished, just
attack.
100 gold away. And they don't have that much lockdown inside of Tundra. They need the Bramble Maze, Snowball, we can execute perfectly. We have root mechanics, but might be a bit thing on top of Ember. Especially the way Taiga has been playing on Elder Titan. Always there at the right spot, using that Echo Stomp to stop any kind of aggression. And setting up kills and also saving these.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a chat about this here.
Radiant's top
How
tower is
strong
under
he can-
attack.
It's kind of showing that now, and I know that OG don't exactly have the lead at the moment in terms of net worth, but there's certainly a point here where OG, with this Maelstrom especially, can start to get disgusting territories of taking over. Quite get that kill on a 9.
As double damage in bottle, let's see if they decide to smoke, and they will. This got caught by Ember Spirit.
Radiant's bottom
Immediately
tower
the
is
smoke
under attack.
cause OG to go up in their own junk. Sure, if they do come over, they have some answer to this.
Radiant
I like
are
that 9 is
scanning.
going for Esso straight away. He understands that they might lack
Dire's
some
middle
damage,
tower
considering that
is under
Brute
attack.
Plunder more of a utility hero than the damage dealing hero. Esso adds
The Sideball. Silence comes out, so this is trouble for 9. 9 trying to stay alive. The Snaking goes into the ult. They get the kill to beat the double over. Skipper goes out on Yuragi. Down goes 9. BC with the slight to get that kill, and now Yuragi falls to Saksa. Finish off Saksa again as BCM with a double kill. Slide over to the side, and, well, it's a trade 2 for 2. 9 losing Yuragi. Benefit the most. The fight recap just a little bit for OG in terms of a bit more experience for Tundra.
This was a fight where 33 was still
Dire's
farmed up.
bottom
He's
tower
ready to
is under
join once the
attack.
Guardian Greaves is up. So overall, still a good trade for Tundra. Once you have that Guardian Greaves, you are going to be able to
Dire's top
keep your
tower
allies
is under
alive. But
attack.
nicely played silence, as I said, by Yuragi, not allowing Tusk with the double damage to get any damage done. He was not able to punch people with it, but Ursa did finish off his Battle Fury, and now he's ready to farm some Ancients. There is a stack of Ancients.
Dire's
Probably gonna
top
stack
tower
that
is
one more
under
time.
attack. Radiant's
Press
top
said
tower
game
is
1,
under attack.
the way Skeeter's been playing, covered real nicely. Up there, not as fun as Ember
Radiant's top
or a
tower
Drow
has
Ranger,
fallen.
but getting there. With the Battle Fury, he needs like 2 minutes top of the net sword.
Very similar.
Yeah, one thing to notice about the Dire on Ursa, the Ursa Dire is Breton
Radiant's bottom tower
Radiant
is
one.
under attack.
map. Oh, hold that thought.
Yeah, Walrus Punch out of BCM, but the Bushwhack comes out from Misha, setting up that Sharpshooter. Now the snowball over. They're trying to catch him, but stays in a slight sleep coming through. But now Yuragi over and looking for Saksa. Thinking about Terrorize to throw at these heroes. As the Air Splitter
Another
comes in from
slide.
Taiga. A slight move forward from BCM, and they are going to get the kill on the Snake King. Now they'll look over the rest. Snowball hits out a Taiga, the Walrus Punch to get the kill. Saksa gets credit for that as 9 falls to BCM. BCM's been able to take advantage of these low heroes and using these slights to get a couple of these kills in fights again and again and again. Well, he's done it one more
Bushwhack.
time in this one.
One single tree there in the track too, but missed in the end. Still 2k gold lead for Tundra, even after all these losses. You see Skeeter farming the triangle. He farmed that stack that I mentioned, but in terms of who's winning these fights, now it's OG. And I like the itemization. CM going for Gold Scepter, annoying stun, the mechanics, and also
Dire's top
the
tower is under attack.
kiting item against Ursa.
Radiant's courier has been
Right,
killed.
Taiga's. Oh,
Trying to kite the
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
dead under already. He's gonna move up towards top using this Battle Fury. Got a couple to go. Look at the B. Farm darting to get up there where he's getting close to taking
Radiant's
over
middle tower
top
has
spot for
fallen.
and next big timing for Tundra will be BKB on Ursa, Deso on Tusk. This is where they try to take a kill and potentially get a Roche, but let's see how they approach. Maybe they even get a Roche bit because jump in a little mana. Has 2 mangoes to work. Still, this constant threat of Ursa taking Roche on. You know that you need to play the top part of the map.
kind of forces
Radiant
Tundra.
are scanning.
have the threat of Ursa going in a Roche. Understand that OG needed to buy, smoke up, to pick off her 2, and then just easily.
I have 2 different texts. Chinese these deep getting built quite often on the offlaners and built off quickly. 33 understands control this Ember Spirit somehow. He sees maybe Orchid would be an option,
Radiant's
but
bottom tower is
he
under
has a
attack.
Yule Scepter and usually builds
Dire's top tower
as his
is under
item.
attack.
They need something different, so Hex is gonna commit.
Already right into it. Item. T33, his positioning in terms of farming, he's aggressive on the other side of the river. He's been all over the place, getting as much farm as he can. Right behind this Ursa with the Battle Furies, though. You can see just GPM-wise how fast it is. And yeah, it's right on your screen right there, so pretty when your numbers are top, that's for sure.
Tundra definitely will take a fight. DD available on Tusk about to hit that level 12, so 5 less seconds on Walrus Punch. Probably gets it off in the fight times. Taking.
Trying to get that ult off. That freezing field's not going to last too long with the
Radiant's
Yules in the
bottom
hands of BZM. Sharpshooter and a slight just a little bit too
Radiant's
late.
That's
bottom
why
tower
he's a
has
king.
fallen.
Heroes almost 4-hero rotation for him. He does manage to get out of trouble.
And never in doubt either.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
BKB,
Drow.
they're not gonna sync up this double damage on Tusk's Expire.
Dire's top
He would have
tower
loved to
has
take a
fallen.
fight, as his BKB needs courier. This is go time for Tundra.
Again, like you said, this is going to be time near.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna be
expect them to
it's gonna be
sneak their way
smoke
over.
and try to play the top part. Yeah.
Let's see how aware OG are going to be for this too, because you know they're set up near Roche. They've got a couple of heroes showing
Radiant's
TM
bottom
test a
tower
few
is
minutes
under
over
attack.
mid.
Dire's top tower
Hatch Tundra
is
coming
under
their
attack.
way. Maybe they can fight this, but Rainbow Maid's laying down the Curse Crown on Avisha. Lotus Orb, Sharpshooter going the other way. That Lotus Orb placed on him by DM. We've got spiders over to the side that cleaned up immediately
Radiant's
into the
bottom
Shadow Realm
tower
is this
is
Dark
under
Willow,
attack.
so keeping the fight for the moment.
They don't have the best initiation. Tusk trying to get his
Dire's
Blink
top
Dagger.
tower
Still no
is under
BKB.
attack.
I love the build. Sometimes you need to risk it. Counter smoke from OG. Running inside the
Radiant's
enemy
middle
base.
tower is
They
under
get the
attack.
stun off. They get the bushwhack.
So the Searing Chains and going after this Dark Willow. Dies in the Shadow Realm, so
I got the Roche immediately. 33 scouts things out with 2 spiders. There is no buyback on Dark Willow. They can steal this Roshan from Tundra. This is going to be big. And seems like Tundra is not going to contest it.
Radiant's
they feel like
middle
they
tower
need
is
Dark
under
Willow to
attack.
take this fight.
major differences from game 1 to game 2 getting this age. So what they could do with it
Radiant's
is
bottom tower
it's
is under attack.
off
Roshan
bottom of the
has
map.
fallen
So
to the
Yuragi will get that Aegis. Meanwhile, snaking over mid, cut the creep. Farming efficiency, trying to get into the Force Staff. Hero damage. Yeah, I'm really racking up some numbers at almost 1,000.
Gets punched one. How many double damages have you had this game? Fourth one.
I've gone to each side would be an stat as well. This one bottled up. There's the Blink Dagger that you were asking for
Radiant's bottom
Tusk.
tower
too.
is
It's gonna
under
be
attack.
way for them to start a fight. Saksa also picked up a Blink Dagger.
Dire's middle tower
I don't think you want
is
to
under
blink
attack.
in as Dark Willow. It's gonna
Radiant's
get you out of the
bottom tower
trouble
has fallen.
in some situations, and like this.
Dire's top tower
Double
is under
damage
attack.
empowers me.
Pressure on the top tier 2. Their bottom tier
Dire's
2.
structures are
So
fortified.
opening up the map if they
Radiant
can grab
structures
this.
are fortified.
Be able to that evasion. Because if your BKB is down, you get gusted. And a very interesting choice that we didn't point out by Drow Ranger.
Dire's
Level
top
10
tower
talent.
is under attack.
15% gust self-movement. So she wants to be able to run away. Use that gust to maneuver, position
Radiant's
herself
middle
better
tower is
in a
under
team
attack.
fight.
See how that 15% ends up. Got 3.5 minutes. Aegis, meanwhile, Skitter also picking up a Blink Dagger.
Dire's top tower
A
is
lot of
under
blinks
attack.
in this game, and blinking, you'll miss it.
Dire's
Both
top
picked up
tower
pretty
has
much
fallen.
in line with each other. take the tier 2 up in the top lane.
Radiant's middle
Smoke
tower
right
is
off
under
that
attack.
for both teams. Skitter's got that blink dagger. He's going to be trying to jump in, but they're working with an Aegis on the side of OG. They'll find themselves Taiga, and it's 3 shots to death. They're going to look for more, though. Bramble Maze, Walrus Punch coming in. Uragi needs to be careful. Hurricane Pike, push away, and the Bedlam damage right on top of this Drow to take on the Aegis. DM's going to be up on the high ground, and now Misha with the sharpshooter. 33's right on top of him. The terror shits for these heroes with a freezing field dropped by Snake King. They get the kill on Uragi. They're going to look over at DM, and they finish off Misha. 3 heroes dead on the side of OG as they're still trying to run on the rest. DM over at the mid lane. That's going to reflect with the loaded sword, so the snowball goes back. Schwarzenstein almost getting the damage to get the kill, but Skitter's going to be the finisher on DM. So they lose 4. Tundra, they don't lose anything, and that is a perfect fight from them again.
I like how aggressive Tundra is. Even with that Aegis, they still move so quickly. Skiter finds Elder Titan immediately, and OG not ready to fall back because Saxa was ready there with the Bramble Maze and another well-placed Terrorize on top of the Aegis. There was already Hurricane Pike used, so nothing he can do to get out of the trouble. Hex just being purchased by Broodmother. This is a big pickup.
So we'll see it again. You can see the Bramble Maze had already picked up Uragi by the time they
Look
got
how he
back on
split the
Taiga.
map with the Bramble Maze. They couldn't get through the Bramble, so they needed to try to fight around it. DM, he gets in, but yeah, he's tanky enough to sustain through some of the damage, but this fight's already over here.
And then off your screen, you're seeing 33 now go after Misha. So he doesn't have to be in that big cluster of an exchange up on the high ground. He can literally just go for the heroes that are on the outliers, and that's Misha at the moment. So Curse Crown, Uragi, ooh, Bedlam, solo target.
Already
He's going to be right on top of this Drow, and Misha with a bushwhack, which lines him up for the sharpshooter. Satsa ends up going in a little bit too far, and they get the kill on the Dark Willow. So they save the Drow, they get themselves 1, and it's off the back of Misha landing a couple of spells.
It was a good try from Dark Willow there. Potentially a solo kill. Definitely worth it. Tundra's getting so much out of the map. Punch. Starting to get some Deso charges.
That was a 1,000 damage Walrus Punch. While that's going on, Taiga mid drops the Skitter. They're going to try and maybe have DM go in, but don't have anything really around him to confident just yet. Finally, the team's coming over, but by this point, 33, he's back to the high ground. Skitter, I think, is in a good enough spot where he can defend what OG bring his way. Right lane, maybe things work out. Letterface here changes the BKB on the BCM. They go up to 33, but Skitter's on the back line. Get to the Banshees on it. Uragi in some trouble with the Hurricane Pike. They'll get him on the low ground. Take out this Broodmother. They'll look over in this Ursa. Ursa with the BKB. They get the kill on Uragi with Sansa. He's on the back lines with the Bedlam. Looking for the Terrorize. They'll throw it over onto the Timbersaw. They get the Remnant over to kill off Snake King, but they lose again. Saxa is just doing amazing things with this Dark Willow.
He has his number throughout the whole game. Like, first he finds him with the Aegis, then he almost gets a solo kill. Now finds him again in a fight. He does not care about this butterfly. All he has is magical damage, and most importantly, Ursa doesn't die there. This first row shot. Oh,
nice.
hold that thought.
Yeah, sharpshooter, good
snowball.
But Remnant blade on top. Snowball goes the other way. Sleight of Fist again, and get the kill on a 9. So they are still getting some things out of this, but is it enough?
7k gold lead for Tundra. Not able to blink out of that snowball. Couldn't pick up a shard, so dealing damage. Didn't have his BKB available yet. I see that
All the way from the start up top.
One Punch Man.
1,000 damage. Season of...
And it has only 1 episode.
Yeah, that right there.
Radiant are scattered.
Fight ECM with the BKB, and watch. Uragi gets focused by Skitter here. He does get a good 4-step, but Sox is in. Blink Dagger again. Bedlam right on top. Nowhere for him to go. Uragi can't help damage, and he can try to move in, terrorizing. Great things happening for Tundra is now another great thing that's going on for them is Skitter getting a kill onto DF. Look over with the Remnant, set up a series change. That locks us 2. Remnant once again with the BKB pop by BZM. Earth Splitter's off the mark. And here comes Tundra turning this one around. Going forward with the right clicks on the Taiga as well as BZM, but they're going to hold off for now. They've got the Hex out from 33 out on the Ember Spirit. Now though, Bramble Maze is down, but it's off the mark as well. They won't be able to hold anybody close as Taiga throws a sleep out and only the Dark Willow.
They might need to reset Ursa. He doesn't feel too comfortable getting into a fight with no BKB. Next Roshan might respawn in 40 seconds. His BKB is going to be available. Gain rune is big. 9 definitely wants to have BKB before the next fight. Power of Tusk is you one-shot the creep. 2 abilities, you push out the waves, you have Roach taking potential, BKB piercing ability, you even have Quiver. Ooh, this is some big damage.
There it is, Saksa dropping. This is what Yuragi hopes to do in these fights. Struggling to get off.
4 staffs on 2 swords on Tundra, gonna help out quite a lot against the spells that OG has. They want to lock onto a target, but they're not too good at getting, because they're not gonna feel too comfortable getting on top of someone with their heroes. They want to poke from the distance. One thing to notice about Dark Willow and 4 staff, you can't 4 staff yourself during Shadow Realm, so that's downside.
Kind of locked into it.
Yeah, if you have to wait until it's done and then force out goes up. Ooh, long spawn, 2 minutes. I think this benefits Tundra slightly more because it will give time to farm another. Oh, Ursa already has it, never mind. MKB's done, Basher's done.
Let's see Abyssal Blade next, and OG were positioned to take a Roche if it was a short timer, but unfortunate for them that it ended up being the longest one. 2.5 minutes now, just a minute 50 remaining. MKB is picked up by Skiter, and now they're going to look over Sharpshooter being charged up. They even want to fight this. I think OG might be better off just stepping back. Not exactly the initiation that they want. Skitter's over to the side. They've got the smoke, so Tundra looking to play aggressive, knowing that this Roche is up soon. Take a peek.
Nothing in there.
Not in the pit. You see the full team's probably a lot of their time.
Counter smoke from OG. It's a bit too risky to climb uphill straight away, so they're gonna go around. They don't have that instant stun, but that's one of the issues. 33. He's gonna be able to run away.
Yeah, but the BKB's been popped by 9. They go to the Walrus Punch. Lotus Orb popped by DM on himself. The rest of Tundra are out.
It was a BKB usage with your Arcane Rune, so he's gonna have it again in 50 seconds. All they need to is kind of reset. Look, they can choose where they want to fight with Bramble and Shards.
This could be the Shards, and DM back into the low ground. The Timber Chain. The Bushwhack coming in as well as the Sharpshooter. Nine's in some trouble.
He's rooted.
That lands on BCM, so he's geared up. They might be able to get the control off this. The Walrus Punch, the finish is from Skiter on a BZM. They get the trade, and they'll end up losing DM on top of that. So OG, it looked good for a moment. Until the Terrorize came out and Saksa showed himself.
This is the power of these spells. Bramble Maze and Tusk perfectly placed. Rest of the OG squad cannot enter. They don't have the Blink Daggers, so they can't go across. And Ursa also killed Ember Spirit. He got some big chunk of money in that one.
Yeah, off the Terrorize, had the bash, and then took in from there. Got Roche back up, but who can go for it? No 9 for 30, and, well... G completely 5 seconds. They might even look that way. They might even look to get under the pickoff and maybe just secure the Roche.
Oh my god, he almost one-shots him.
Yeah, Misha in some trouble. Needs to run, and get out of there. Taiga, Misha, they're away from the side of Tundra, but Tundra with that, they push it back far enough, and they're in on the Roche.
This is the big one. This is the one that Ursa loves to take. Getting that shards, having that enrage, and also having Aegis, so... I'm not sure if they can fight this one. They're gonna try to poke from distance. BZM still thinking about getting in. They do have Elder Titan, however.
One of the better Roche deterrents.
Yeah, so he's gonna try to stop it, but yeah, already damage has been done.
33, he's up on the cliff, shooting over BZM. BZM, he's flipped himself, Sleight of Fist, and then a Remnant back out of the low ground, but they've got the Hex coming up from 30.
Aeon Disc is available. Needs to unlock it.
3 unlocks the Aeon Disc just in time, but the Remnant forward, they're still trying to get the kill here onto the Brood, but here comes Skiter. So the sharpshooter comes through, BZM's get there. Kill on a 33. Always punch on a DM, they look for the Terrorize. This time it's going to land only on a Yuragi, but that's enough.
It's the same
And
spot, same
it's a
shard.
good way to make sure that you're able to escape this fight with the rest of your heroes. BZM with the Sleight of Fist, but no lockdown onto the Ursa. Yeah, similar spot for a fight. This time OG, they get the kill on a 33, but they don't lose anything. It's always a net gain for them, at least.
They got the Aegis, they got the shard. This is what they came for. OG. Without the outpost, they would definitely want to take a fight. 30 seconds with no Brood.
Что он делает?
Knocked out.
Парни, что он делает?
Rammed punch from 9.
Another double damage, just spawn bottom. 9, we'll go for it, see what it is. Oh, thank you.
Really, another one.
Dire's top tower is under
He's not
attack.
even level
Radiant's
20. Once you
middle
get to
tower
that
is under
level 20,
attack.
the extra 75% crit on your ulti.
It feels so far off.
It's a good question. They don't have the instant stun, so Tundra will be able to get their BKBs off. Double force staff that we mentioned, also a snowball save. So very difficult to take a fight. They need to poke from distance. There is Gleipnir that was finished on Ember, so that's going to be another way of poking. Then Drow Ranger, Sharpshooter, multiple instances of Sleight of Fist, the EP with the stomps. They can't just commit. They need to poke. Let them use their BKBs, proc the Aeon Disc, then take a fight. Done. 33. Another Aeon Discs available.
It's a lot of patience for them to poke and prod and get these Aeon Discs BKBs out of the hands of Tundra before they really go back in and reinitiate. Pace is on Amisha as well as Taiga. They need to be careful with the rest of the team coming over. Nine's ready to just blink in and go.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
man.
Skeeter's ready to go.
Line to get the plate here. It's going to be on the Skeeter. Away from his team by just a foot or so, but now 33 on the high ground. That's the positive. They get the Aeon Disc out of his hand.
If he popped the Guardian Greaves, the Undead would not proc, but look at the
Radiant's
shards
middle
that
tower
9 has
has
been
fallen.
placing. Even the ones that they don't get anything out of it, it still blocks the entrance through the ramp, and he knows pretty much every single spot where he needs to place them so that it blocks, and then they can choose how to approach a fight. The only stun that they had was this bushwhack, and they missed it on 33. Even if he hits it there, maybe Aeon Disc procs. I don't think they're gonna be able to get the kill. The rest of the Tundra was already in vicinity, ready to connect with them.
It's like where there's one, there's maybe a bit too much for OG to handle. Like you said, they're trying to find their moments. They're trying to find openings, and it's very tough, especially with an Aegis in the hands of them. I just don't think you're killing Skiter twice, let alone one.
Yeah, they haven't killed him in a long, long time. We were talking about 30 minutes.
Coming in the Bramble Maze on the first ground. Skiter going forward as they've got the lower sword. So, Reds can shoot out after they got the freezing field. TM being the focus of a lot of the aggression coming up from Tundra. Now BZM can maybe turn it around. Late near that stops Skiter in his tracks. They get DM out. And OG, again, they're surviving, but they're not thriving.
What a Chad build from Snaking. Double Wraith Band after 25-minute mark. He wants to be able to have some extra armor, and Wraith Band gives a good chunk of armor against the Drow
Radiant's
Ranger and her
bottom
ulti.
tower is under attack.
Top BKB, Yuragi, high ground. Again, without the BKB and hands of Tundra, they not a lot of time left though.
Tundra definitely wants to take like one smoke engagement, one initiation before going for the high ground. They respect multi-shot from Drow Ranger, Sleight of Fist, and Echo Stomp. It's a difficult task to just go and siege the tower. They don't have those heroes. This time around, in the previous one, they had Spectre with the Manta style, Dragon Knight, Beastmaster, or Dragon Knight Manta. Something that we've seen being very effective in the previous game. Aegis about to expire. Another double damage bottom. Come on.
This is the only rune in the game. I'm convinced.
Sox has scouted it out. Earlier.
Definitely got a 10 in the Skitter getting the kill on a BCM with the help from 9.
World will hardly notice.
Hits level 25 on Ursa. 3 overpowered attacks. This hurts.
I think they're showing a little bit of mercy. Not going for the double damage yet, but I say that as 9 is...
He's ready to go.
He put the bottle back in. What they could do, Ragi holding onto the ninja gear, smoked up himself. However, they know they don't have an Aegis on Skitter anymore, but like I said, it's so hard to kill him just one time. Double damage with this Walrus Punch. Any of these supports are just going to get knocked out immediately. Rebel Maze goes down. Get about the Terrorize for a second. They got Duel. That's up in the air. They'll look for the Terrorize. It's not going to land with the Walrus Punch to get the kill on Avisha. They'll take out this Hoodwink with one punch again.
Avisha can't catch a break. In the previous game, Halo Skeeter on Spectre every single time he shows. Step
Radiant's top
dead.
tower
This time
has
around,
fallen.
it's 9. Even Skeeter has his number. OG, they can't leave the base. They can't show up. They're gonna need to probably defend this as long as possible. Be inside the base. They are still showing some respect going for the high ground.
Getting these pickoffs, getting 1 or 2 air. Tundra's getting for a moment go.
Radiant
Poor man
are scanning.
smoke with Hoodwink dead for 3 seconds.
They know.
And
They use the scan.
Timbersaw, the right clicks from Uragi, doing nothing. This bear feels fine. Skitter goes in with BKB. PCM's also popped his own. They get the kill on the Titan. They're taking the other Titan immediately. He's going to buy back, but here comes 33. He's got the head punch down to Uragi. PCM trying to run. They get the sharpshooter with the right clicks from Uragi, but still not enough.
Skeeter thinking about
Just
going
don't
in.
have the damage at all. Go over onto TM. They get the kill. Skeeter with another one. Here comes
That's a big AT ulti.
But is it enough? Not really. BKB, snowball in, 9 with the Walrus Punch on
Lights
Uragi.
out.
Now, Uragi needs to leave. They trying to help out as the shards are blocking 33 for the bonus, but back and escapes with the rest of his team. And it's not really an escape. It's almost just like, all right, well, we'll reset.
Tundra is so disciplined, man. It's so fun to watch. They go in. No damage has been done. Immediately falls back to the high ground where Bramble Maze awaits. Another good touch shard. So they choose where they want to take a fight. If they don't feel comfortable, they fall back. Let's hit the Roche spawn. May respawn in a couple of seconds. Skeeter already knows the timing. Perfect timing inside the Roche pit. Minute and 50 this time around.
Shorter than still long timers on each fight. Worth Legion span leaps and bounds away from where OG have any semblance of control. Well, they're gonna smoke again. They are really desperate to find a fight in their favor, especially potential Aegis. This is certainly one if they could get the fight, but just it's so tough. Hit. Tundra. Is anything in the side of the map? Farm. Roach potentially. Conceding this Aegis just feels like a death sentence.
Yeah, because this could potentially be Ags. You give that to Ursa, he's immortal. I think we've seen this on Reddit, clips, your pubs, wherever. Ursa, once he has that shard and Aghanim Scepter BKB, he's 6-slotted. Like, it does not get better than this.
Oh, you said my fault.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Not my fault. 5-minute
Dire's
smoke
bottom
from Tundra
tower is
again.
under attack.
Plenty.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
The high ground, they're very disciplined, as I said. Getting vision, if Uragi shows, he's underneath the smoke.
Again, Sox with the Cursed Crown, but away they go, and Blue Staff back, so Uragi able to get back into safety. Careful, Walrus Punch and one right click. Just, you cannot step out that far. 9. the Walrus Punch certainly has the damage skill off full supports, and the 4-step again, a saving grace. No way, lock him down.
There's Roche. It's gonna be a refresher. Good signs.
Dire's
OG.
bottom tower is under
Not gonna
attack.
be Agonist. Give Ags. Refresher. I don't have the best carriers. Ursa can refresh his BKB.
Dire's
For
bottom
now,
tower
9 is
under
gonna hold
attack.
it. There's also Cheese.
Now, talked about 9 slotted for now.
Not anymore. He gave Cheese to 33.
33.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Pretty clean.
Let's see what kind of trouble we can
Being
get
where he's
ourselves
needed.
into.
Honestly, everybody here. Up and get back together is Yuragi. He's hit the silver edge with Shard. To get that upgrade of the Frost Arrow, that application type of space flank.
Are scanned.
Effective.
Could be.
Dire's bottom tower
The
is
problem
under
is
attack.
they don't have that much of a life steal. They're also not killing anyone on side of Tundra, so no one's gonna explode. It was, I think would be a good pickup slightly earlier when you've seen this Broodmother. It's a great way to deal with these spiderlings. Oh, he missed it. Well, probably needs the BKB TP out. Punch.
Close. Showed himself. That gust on the Dark Willow. Still just looking for an opportunity. I mean, I respect it from OG, right? Not just sitting, waiting. There was Yuragi up pushing bottom, and now they're kind of
Playing
their way
around
out a little bit.
Yeah, they want to play around this ward that they just placed on the high ground, which is gonna get deboarded.
They've got the Hex, it's on Yuragi, the chase is on, the Skydowings are there, they're looking for the Echo Stomp, the BKB is going to be caught by 33. Yuragi does not have that BKB available for 45 seconds, the 4-step away, the Terrorize not going to land. Push back, box up Skiter for a second, and Yuragi's going to make it all the way back to the main. So 33 refreshes here, there's no refresher, they're going to go in for this, they're going to kill Yuragi, they'll kill the Drow. 90 seconds, no buyback, BZM's going to pop BKB to get away, and Tundra. Well, they finally get their hands around Yuragi, get the kill and take him out. No buyback. Well, what do you do if OG at this point? It looks like wait for it all to come crumbling down.
Husk ready to go in. Punch.
Walrus Punch. All the way through the crossbite onto BZM. There is Skiter nearby as well. Punch again. No ball. They get the Walrus Punch one more time. They get the gun to BZM and no buyback there either.
He's level 25. 12% chance of Walrus Punch with the attack speed coming up from the Moon Shard. More than enough. And as you said, no buyback on Ember Spirit. Needs 400 gold for it. And now it's time for Tundra to siege.
Yeah, so the siege is going to be way easier.
Tower is under
It
attack.
certainly gets easier even more when you've got the one-punch knockout power of
Radiant's
9.
middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks are under
Charge
attack.
up. Is that a face tattoo I see on that
Radiant's
tusk?
middle barracks.
That
Radiant's
knockout
middle
power.
barracks has fallen. Radiant's bottom
He's been pretty impressive. Did not have that good of a laning stage. Buyback for coming out to Misha with the buyback, but at this point it seems all desperation because you step too far away from your own base, from the safety, and they're gonna go on you. Look at 33.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
The racks, the sharpshooters out. The Walrus Punch again. One punch, one KO. 9. It's going to be dominating. They're going to go to the snowball all the way over with the short knockout. And keeps just uppercutting them. They'll take out Yuragi. They'll pull GG, and it's a reigning TI chance of Tundra. They take out OG.
Is this MMA or is this Dota? I mean, he just